Now, employers who deliberately underpay their workers could face $1 million fines or up to 10 years in jail as part of Labor's new Closing Loopholes bill. Workplace Relations Minister Tony Burke says the wage theft loophole needs to close. Well, joining me now to discuss this is Chief Executive of the Recruitment Consulting and Staff Association, Charles Cameron. Charles, thank you very much for your time this evening. These are quite radical workplace or industrial relations reforms. Why are you and other business groups objecting to them so strongly?
Yeah, thanks, Sharri. Look, we're objecting them very strongly because we don't think that any case has been made for them. First and foremost, there's a whole heap of provisions within this bill, which was tabled by the Minister today, that includes laws that were never even contemplated or presented to the Australian public prior to the last election. And furthermore, we're very concerned that this package of law is really designed to actually promote and protect the union movement rather than actually making for a prosperous Australia. And it makes it more complex. The fines will be bigger and it's really tricky law. So we're really, really concerned because this will have a long-term implication for jobs growth and investment in this country.
Now, just drilling down into the actual legislation, because it was only made public today, but Charles, you and other industry groups have been across the detail for a while. Which single component alarms you the most? What will make it the most difficult to employ people?
Yeah, look, there hasn't been a lot of information provided on this, very high level, Sharri, but probably the major one that we were concerned about is casual employment. There are a significant number of people that prefer to be employed as casuals. We were advised by the Minister in his statements to the press and the media not to worry, that if you want to be a casual employee, you'll be able to continue to be a casual. Where in fact, if we look at the bill, and it is 700 pages long, I haven't quite yet had the opportunity to read it in complete detail, but it would appear on the face of it that if there is an indication that a business could not offer somebody casual employment where it was going to be irregular and non-systematic, then in fact it could not actually be recognised as casual employment. So what that means is that even if two individuals actually want to be casual employees and that individual worker wants the 25% casual loading and ironically may even want the security of ongoing hours, certain hours, they won't be able to because the government is saying, well, you probably don't really know how you should be working. We'll tell you how to do that. The other one, of course, is the same job, same pay laws. We were told by the Minister only last week that this would be limited to, I think it was somewhere around the 68,000 employees on the basis it will only apply to host organisations that have an enterprise agreement and make an application to be covered by this. But we've looked into the bill and it appears that they will be able to amend the regulations to expand it well beyond EBA. So already we see this as tricky, we see this as unnecessary.
Look, there's also the component that's made headlines today where it would be a criminal offence to underpay workers. So bosses of companies could face jail time or millions of dollars in fines or both if workers are underpaid. What's your view of this?
We're really, really concerned about this because we've got added layers of complexity as to what you must as an employer, and not just employers, Sharri. This will apply to managers as well who are trying to do the right thing. That with this added layer of complexity, you might try and do the right thing. And as much as the government have said that this will only apply to circumstances where wage theft is intentional, we've had a look at the definition of intentional and it goes to circumstances where you are aware that it will or may occur. What we're concerned about here is that it's already tough enough to comply with awards and enterprise bargaining legal obligations, let alone where we have hundreds, if not thousands, of workers working within the labour hire industry, in casual employment and otherwise, who will find it extremely difficult from one assignment or one engagement to the next to comply with this law. So when we add that on top and you can be sent to jail and significant penalties, it's just not fair, and we just don't know why we can't have a simpler, clearer system and also remove this complexity. It's just bogging down employment, it's bogging down confidence, and really our concern is it's selling the future jobs of our children into other countries.
All right, Charles, thank you very much for your time. Appreciate it.